Hello and welcome to Paint by Blunders. Today we are going to be looking at the Serenair. I'm going to go with that. And this is a sort of tabletop compressor from Gaahleri. Now, a lot of people I spoke to about airbrushing, the compressor setup, all of that, they don't really want that sort of table setup. It takes up a lot of space, takes a lot of setting up, etc., etc. I completely get it. I think this could be the solution for them. And also for me, I take this when I go to work and when I go traveling. It's such a really handy little bit of kit, and we're going to look into why. So first up, let's look at how we would use this. I'm going to be priming a lot of miniatures, and I've got my primer in the cup. It's flowing nicely, a little bit of thinner, and Vallejo Mecha Primer, my go-to. And I'm shooting at 25 psi. And one of the lovely things about this style of compressor is you can see the buttons there where you can just increase and decrease the pressure on the fly, and it is so handy. Now I'm flying through all these minis that I was doing for a Dungeons and Dragons one shot, and it went brilliant. Thank you for asking. And I'm just doing these as a quick Zenithal highlight, and this is chewing through it. And airbrush wise, I'm using a harder and Steenbeck Infinity because I don't want you to think that I only use Gaahleri and you shouldn't buy anything else. It's horses for courses, and there are so many great products. So one of the things I would say that is worth buying on top of this is a little moisture trap. You normally get those on the bigger compressors, but this thing doesn't have one. If you're in a sort of dry, not too humid environment, you're fine. But where I am, it's pretty cold at the minute, and there is, there's moisture in the air. So I added a little moisture trap for about £10 off Amazon. I will put a picture on screen and a link below just to give you an idea of what you'd be looking for. And that sort of then turns it into a fully fledged compressor and you're good to go. But I will go through what you get in the box. Forgive me, I'm one of these people that I don't like to review a product too soon. I've had this compressor for, I don't know, easily 6 months, and nearly all of my videos are primed with this. So this kit has absolutely everything you need to start airbrushing. It has an airbrush, it has a compressor, has all your cables, and you're good to go. Here is a little specification if you really want to know the ins and outs of the machine. I don't, I just want to know how it performs, if I'm completely honest. But price-wise, as it stands, 76 quid on Amazon, but they constantly go on sale, and you can probably pick them up for about 66-ish. So you can just add it to your basket and wait for it to go on sale if you prefer. But alternatively, you can get it through Gaahlerie's direct website. Now, there is a few cool things about this. Again, it goes on sale quite a lot. As it stands at the point of this video, it is 72 quid. But with my code, you get 10% off of that. And also, they are currently giving 3% of the money they make from all the products across the site to charity. How lovely is that? You're getting an awesome compressor and donating to charity. My God, your karma will go through the roof. Now we've seen some priming, I'm just going to get this Marnius Calgar armor up to scratch. So what are the cons of this little machine? Well, it doesn't have a moisture trap, so that is an additional cost. So the bargain price that you get it for, you could probably add another £10 to that, and that's sort of the realistic price that you're going to pay for it, because I would definitely recommend getting one of those little moisture traps. So one of the things I absolutely love about this is how easy it is to change that pressure. You've got the buttons to just increase it or decrease it by sort of 1 or 2, and then you've got the maximum and low buttons for quickly speeding up and down. One of the other things that I really love is the size of this thing. Now, for those of you at a certain age, when I talk about the size of this, it is like a VHS box, but maybe twice as thick. Super compact and super powerful. So I hope this little video has helped you decide whether you want to start airbrushing. I believe they are a fantastic tool and really are slowly becoming an essential in my hobby sort of life, mainly even just for priming. The weather's not great. When it's raining outside, I can't come out of a rattle can. I don't want to set up a spray booth inside to do it. and you know, and it smells and it's all those sorts of things. But airbrush priming, super quick, super simple, and such a thinner finish, so there's less chance of obscuring details. I'm sure we've all done it at some point where you've just sprayed a rattle can a little bit too long and suddenly the face of your Space Marine, etc. is smooth. But there we go. So how does this work if you want to use it for a long airbrushing session? Well, I'll be completely honest, it is absolutely fine. For miniature painting and tanks, etc., you are golden to paint for hours. But if people know me, I paint a lot of large things as well. So I painted this mask in maybe a 6-hour session during the course of a day, and it handled it absolutely fine. So no worries there. Yes, Gaahleri have been very supportive of the channel, and I do use their products quite a lot, but I'll be completely honest, I use a harder in Steenbeck Infinity quite a lot. I also use my Iwata a hell of a lot as well. And this is such a bargain, and I honestly recommend it to anyone, even if you don't use Gaahleri airbrushes. One thing I'd love to see, and hopefully Gaahleri watches this video and sees what I mean, is the airbrush holders are both facing the same way. So if you've got a slightly bulkier airbrush going into the second slot, they sort of interfere with each other. Now I would quite like them to be facing each other, sort of a left and a right, a mirrored image. Because I believe that would be a much better design and easier for switching airbrushes if that's what you choose to do. I do appreciate a lot of people don't do that, and it is a luxury having the option to have 2 airbrushes plugged in. So thank you very much for checking out this little video on airbrushing. If you'd like to see more videos on airbrushing, just let me know in the comments below and I'll happily make them. I think it's a phenomenal tool, as I said, and a real great part of anyone's hobby kit. Thank you very much, and hopefully I will see you on the next one.